writer and performer of Our Friend's the Enemy.
Hi, I'm Tom, the director of Our Friend's the Enemy.
The main character is called James Boyce, who is on the front line with his friend called George. The whole truce is told through James Boyce, through his own experiences, and through him taking the audience on a journey across the front line of Christmas 1914 and what's happening at different places at different times, and then the characters who we see at those different places.
It's spoken word mixed with poetry, storytelling, and then I suppose character monologues as well. So when we mounted the production at Wimbledon, I really saw what the piece was, and actually it was about this character and his journey through the war. So it was about making sure that we strengthen the connection between that character and the audience right from the start. So, rest. Physicality is really good in terms of the levels and the heights. That's really
because it still has a relevance today. I think it's almost turning into one of those legends. Like when I say to people I'm doing a play of the Christmas Truce, the natural reaction is, oh, is that the one where they play football? So it's kind of like a legend in itself. But I mean, there's so much more to it, and I feel it still has a strong relevance today.
Franz, a young German farm boy, raises his hand. Behind him, a hungry clan of hunters freeze in absurd positions, hunched over their legs, knees bent, backs arched, bodies arched, limbs trembling with tension.
Everything was a foundation for Alex's performance, and that goes from the set to making sure that we create a world that he's able to inhabit and use, but we'll give him foundations. The music, the words are the important element, so the music or the soundscape can't overpower that, it has to support it. The same with the lighting, we need to create atmosphere and mood, but at the same time not take away from the storytelling. So it was really important for me, working with the fantastic team of designers that we've got on board, that it was a real collaboration.
Well, I've always been inspired by the First World War. Back when I was in college about 10 years ago, I was studying First World War poetry, and I visited the Somme and the memorial there, and I was just very moved by it. And I always feel like I've had a fascination with the First World War. Maybe I thought in a past life or something, I don't know. And the Christmas Truce story has always fascinated me, and I've always just thought it was a very exciting, inspirational story, and yeah, just something that I wanted to explore.
But the hare darts right. He swipes at thin air and slams into the shadow of the hare. The crowd jeer through wild tones. The chase is on. Private Bobby Jones launches himself high over the hare, but lands empty-handed. A German close behind tumbles over Bobby and somersaults onto the floor.
School studying history or drama or English literature to do with the First World War, all the way up to senior citizens whose fathers might have fought in the First World War, which could bring it home to them, to artists, theatre goers, and just general people in the public. I think the Christmas Truce is generally a very inspiring story.
I think it is obviously very resonant and relevant, the Christmas Truce, because it looks at the humanity side and the fact that these boys were fighting for something that they didn't have any control of. They almost didn't know exactly what they were fighting for. It was extremely futile, and that is really very similar to what we've been experiencing recently. That lack of knowledge, I think, a sense of not knowing the whole picture.
The rehearsals have been good. We're in our second week, day 2. We've got 3 more days left. They've been quite intense, so yesterday I kind of felt the full weight of rehearsing a one-man show, because I had Tom, director, had the assistant director, Abby, who concentrates on movement, and I had a vocal coach, Maeve, who was sorting out my voice, so it was literally getting it from all angles, so it was quite tiring, but they've been good, really good. It's been exciting getting the piece back on its feet again since February, and just really kind of building on what we already had.